Ladies and gentlemen, your boy is back with another video. It's your boy Eli Far back at you guys with another video, man. How you guys doing today? I hope all you guys are well, and let us get started. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the different and numerous amount of circumstances about the Oklahoma City Thunder. You guys already know the Oklahoma City Thunder had 3 MVP caliber players regarding Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, and James Harden, and everything didn't work out as planned. No rings were won with those 3 players paired alongside together with this team. And last season they were expected to miss the playoffs, but surprised everybody and took the Houston Rockets team to Game 7. And now we are in a year where they're looking like they're gonna be a rebuilding season for them, and we have players alongside Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Lou Dort and company that are continuously to develop all the young players and young talent on the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're continuing to develop day in and day out for NBA basketball games, and we could possibly be seeing the best circumstances possible for the Oklahoma City Thunder in a few years regarding they can possibly win the NBA Finals and win themselves their second franchise NBA championship in the year of 2024 if everything goes according to plan. And that is what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Now, before we start today's video, I'm going to ask you guys to do me one favor, and that's just to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And if you guys want to suggest anything in regards to the comment section below, anything that you guys want to, any type of video that you guys want me to make in the future, then you guys can suggest anything that you guys want to see in the future in the comment section below. But other than that, let us start today's video. So now we look at every single factor possible regarding every single circumstance revolving around this OKC team in present time. The Oklahoma City Thunder are a team known to be rebuilding for the best possible outcome in the future, and they have every single piece possible for their plan regarding having young talent in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Lou Dort, Darius Bazley, Hamidou Diallo, and so on. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is already showing flashes of him being a superstar in the upcoming future for this team, and Lou Dort is looking like he will be an all-NBA defender consistently in a few years. And then we take a quick glance at Hamidou Diallo, and he is showing a lot of improvement this season in comparison to seasons prior. And Darius Bazley is in his second year of his NBA career, and he is looking like a solid piece that this OKC team will have for their rebuild. And the thing that stands out the most regarding this team referring to the 2020-21 NBA season is the fact that this team is making games competitive. Usually when you look at rebuilding teams, they are teams who are usually viewed as a tanking team, and they simply lose game after game, with a majority of those games being blowout losses. And yes, I know every single team experiences blowouts every so often, but there are a select few of teams who rebuild, and most of their games are blowout losses, and only a few of their games are close but they still lose that game, and a select few of their games they win either in dominant fashion or win during crunch time play. What I am seeing with this Oklahoma City Thunder team thus far is the fact that most of the games that this team has played has shown that they are able to make games close, and they either come out with the win or they either come out with the loss. There were only a few games this season where they lost in pure dominance from the other team, but this team in the past games made things difficult for the contending teams that they have played, and this team is currently showing that they can play at a very high level, and most of their players aren't even fully developed yet. Now, if you completely grasp in your mind every single thing that I have already mentioned in regards to today's video, and if you lead up to where we're at in the video as of right now, you just have to take a quick moment to scratch your head and think, man, this team has they really have a plan going on as of right now. They have a lot of young talent that is looking like they're showing flashes of being great in the future, and they have a lot, and I mean a lot, of draft picks stockpiled for them in regards to future NBA drafts. And if they want, they could trade draft picks to get pieces in return in regards to constructing the team in the right way to be a very great team in the future. And you just have to think about it. Will this team have a chance to make a shot at the NBA Finals in the year of 2024? Will this team win their second franchise championship in the year of 2024? Will this team really be a force in the Western Conference in the year of 2024 regarding the 2023-2024 NBA season? And that is the main topic of this video. And if you consider every single circumstance regarding this OKC team, regarding their rebuild that they've officially started this season, they have a lot of things going their way. They have a lot of odds coming their favor. They have a lot of draft picks to relate to. They have every single young piece that they could ask for, and we could possibly be seeing this team be a very great team come the future in the next 3 years. Now, since we are talking about what this team will look like in 2024, we have to consider how much this team's young assets are improving, and we have to take into perspective how much these players will improve going into the 2023-2024 NBA season. Bringing things into perspective, it is clear that SGA and Lou Dort are the two players that are looked at as the two leading cornerstones for this team in the long stretch of things. Both of these players currently are still learning the game of basketball in a professional setting, and they are improving more and more as their careers go on. Then we take a look at Darius Bazley, who is currently in his second year of his career, and he has been playing with more intensity and is contributing to the game of basketball more than he did last season. Now, we take a look at the bench pieces regarding Hamidou Diallo, Theo Maledon, and Isaiah Roby. These three players have been very great for this team so far this season, and if we are only looking at Hamidou Diallo, he has improved drastically this season considering how he's played in his past seasons. In his rookie and sophomore NBA seasons, he has been averaging stat lines that were making Diallo seem like he wasn't going to be that great of a player in the future, but we come into this season and he is currently averaging 12.6 points per game, 4.9 rebounds per game, and 2.3 assists per game while shooting at a more efficient rate. And now if you look at Theo Maledon, he is obviously a three-point sniper that is still trying to fit himself in the NBA setting, and Isaiah Roby, who plays with a lot of heart and with high intensity. Now, there may be a couple players that I forgot to mention, but the players that I have mentioned are absolutely young studs that are improving at a high consistent basis. And if these players continue to improve at this same exact high consistent basis, think about how good these players will turn out by the time the 2023-24 NBA season comes around, and think about how good this OKC Thunder team will turn out to be by the time that season comes around in the long stretch of things. These players will turn into the next big story, and these players will earn that NBA championship that they desire to win. Now, obviously, as much as we see how odds are with the Oklahoma City Thunder's future, there are a few precautions that this team must take in order to seek out their plan successfully. Obviously, this team already has a player in SGA who has high potential to develop into a superstar, but it obviously would be a much better team if you pair SGA with another big name player in the league. Now, looking at circumstances, since this team is located in Oklahoma City, no big name free agents will want to sign with this team due to the location. This will often lead this team to having to trade their valuable young assets in order to acquire that big name player that they desire to fit in their system. In my personal opinion, this team shouldn't get greedy and seek out big name free agents just because the idea sounds like it will work out in the long run. Instead, they should just look to see the development of their young players, since they are already showing that they can play winning basketball within their circumstances, and just look to pair key pieces that will fit within the team as a whole in order to contribute to more wins per season. It would honestly be the worst situation ever to see them trade one of their young assets and that same young asset dominate on another team, just like how they traded James Harden back in the 2012-13 NBA season, and he broke out into this NBA superstar that he is as of today. And it would honestly be the smartest decision to rely more on the young pieces they have as of right now rather than trading some of them for a big name player, because there aren't any guarantees that this type of player would want to resign with the team, and he will probably eventually leave when his contract expires to go to another team, and now they are left high and dry regarding the big name player leaving in free agency and the young assets that they traded away in order to get that big name star. And another precaution that this team must take is to not rely too much on the NBA draft picks that they possess. Obviously, having a plethora of draft picks are beneficial for getting great young caliber players in the lottery, but at the end of the day, draft picks aren't always guaranteed to hit, and there are better things to rely on rather than relying on the luck of the draw in the NBA draft. What they can do is trade some, but not all, of the NBA draft picks that they possess in order to get a couple pieces or a huge piece for their team that will be able to fit within this team system. Woo! At the end of the day, this OKC team is setting themselves up and their future for success, and by the time the 2023-24 NBA season comes around, this OKC team will be a force to be reckoned with, not only in the Western Conference but the whole NBA league in general as a whole. Just wait until the young players develop, and just wait until their rebuild is complete, and they will be back in action to win their NBA championship in the 2023-24 NBA season. But other than that, that will be the end of today's video. Make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. I will greatly appreciate it. I'm out. Peace.